What's up, coolers, and welcome back to Barça Dream Team. And today we're going to be discussing the replacement of Jordi Alba, who's going to come in and take over the mantle of one of the greatest left backs in the game. Well, it originally looked as though Marcos Alonso would be the one to come in, but we'll be discussing the latest developments on that move. Sergio Reguilon is also an option to join from Tottenham Hotspur, and we're discussing two more potential replacements plus our pick for Alba's successor. We hope you'll subscribe and hit that notification bell. There's a lot to discuss in today's video, so let's get started.
First, it has to be said that Jordi Alba is someone who's really set the standard for the left-back position in world football. His amazing forward runs made him a regular feature in the Spanish national team. And he's won pretty much all there is to win at Barça. It's really no discredit to him that we're looking for his replacement. I'm sure he'll be able to pass on a lot of wisdom to whoever comes in next. Of course, he was a key part of the Pep Guardiola and Luis Enrique eras in the last Barça Dream Team, and he always controlled the pace of the game with dangerous attacks down that left wing. In recent years, though, it's fair to say that Alba's on the decline. He's never really had any real competition at left back. But we did see a resurgence from Alba. You look back to that amazing Copa del Rey run, especially that comeback against Granada 2 seasons ago. And he played a crucial part in that comeback. We were 2-0 down with 2 minutes to go, and he ended the game with a brace and had his best performance in years. And he had a great campaign last season too, scoring a screamer in that 4-2 win against Atletico Madrid. But Alba's on the wrong side of 30 now. You wonder how long he can keep up this relatively good form until the injuries get the best of him. A replacement needs to be introduced to give him competition and eventually take over.
But it's not just as easy as plugging the hole at left back. We've tried that before. Junior Firpo was a promising signing, but he never adapted to life in Barcelona, making that switch to Leeds United. And our history with fullbacks in general isn't that great either. Emerson Royal came in, but he was offloaded to Tottenham, having not even been at the club for 3 months. But Barca still need to bring someone in, and it seemed that man would be Chelsea's Marcos Alonso. He's a 31-year-old Madrid-born left-back, but he seemed to be a strange choice though. Replacing Alba with someone who will be turning 32 by the end of the year never really made sense to me. However, considering our transfer history in hijacking Chelsea's deals, the Blues are unwilling to strengthen Barca even more. They're becoming increasingly frustrated with losing out on key signings, as Barca always seem to step in at the last moment. And that's why there are reports that Chelsea are blocking the transfer. They're also trying to keep Cesar Azpilicueta at the club and encourage him not to join Barca on a free. And so Barca have shifted their attention over to another Premier League left-back in Sergio Reguilon. Now he's got some La Liga experience, of course, playing at Sevilla, and many players have made the switch directly in the last decade, including Longley, Dani Alves, Rakitic, and most recently, Jules Koundé. But Spurs have slapped a €25 million price tag on his head, which Barca are unwilling to meet. The board feels that Spurs are well equipped at left back. Ben Davies, Matt Doherty, Sessegnon, and Ivan Perisic are all above him in the pecking order. Barca feel he isn't a crucial player for Antonio Conte's side, so that price could be lowered. But one thing to mention before initiating any negotiations is that Reguilon did used to play for Real Madrid, and that's a key factor. It may seem a bit ridiculous that that's a factor in the deal, but that's exactly one of the reasons why Alvaro Morata didn't join the club. Now, he also played for Atletico, who didn't want to strengthen a direct rival, but that's aside from the point. The main point of discussion on that deal is that it matters. The club know that any signing of a former Madrid player will not be taken well by fans. And then there's Daniel Levy. Tottenham's chairman is a notoriously tough negotiator, the king of his own castle. You won't get a single penny off of him, and that's why I'll give this transfer a 20% probability. There's just too many stumbling blocks in this deal. Barca should turn their attention elsewhere.
And so there have been discussions about a potential move for RB Leipzig's Angelino. He was on loan from Manchester City before the German club bought him for 16 million euros. But under Pep Guardiola at City, he really struggled playing at left back. But when he made the switch to Germany, Julian Nagelsmann really helped him develop in the wing-back role. And that's the problem with this one, guys. I think he's much more suited to the three-at-the-back system. I think it's too much of a risk to just drag and drop him in at left-back. Of course, it remains to be seen whether Xavi will switch to a three-at-the-back system, but in pre-season he's opted to go for the traditional 4-3-3, a formation that the Spanish left-back has proved he cannot play in. But what would you do? Angelino's a top-quality left-back with great experience in Europe's top sides. He scored 12 goals and racked up 28 assists in just 100 appearances in all competitions. But would you take that risk, or would you keep on looking? Let us know in the comments down below. But at this stage, guys, I'd give this transfer a 25% probability. And now we've heard a few murmurings about the possibility of Alex Grimaldo rejoining the club from Benfica. He's really become a top quality left back since he left Barcelona. A lack of game time was his main downfall. But there's not really much to go on with this one. Xavi's not reportedly interested in making the move happen. He's not really convinced by him, and that's why I'd give this transfer a 10% probability.
But now we have to move on to the big one. The man to replace Jordi Alba is Jose Luis Gaya. Gaya is the perfect fit into Xavi's side. For those who don't know, he's one of the top left backs in La Liga, and he's captain of Valencia, the club he's been at since 2006. Not only is he excellent at defending, he can make forward runs as well, something we know only too well after he scored a screamer against us last season. He's 27 years old, so Gaya's entering the prime of his career. I really think he's got the quality to walk into any of Europe's elite clubs. It's not just now either. He's been delivering time and time again, season upon season. He's a really special talent, and he's the perfect candidate to replace Alba.
In fact, he's actually displaced Jordi in the Spanish national team, and I think that Gaya is actually Luis Enrique's first choice left back now. And the one thing that makes me most confident about this deal is Matteo Almani. We know he's capable of pulling off pretty much anything if our summer signings are anything to go by. Almani was actually the general manager at Valencia between 2017 and 2019, so I'm sure he'll have some contacts at the club. And another thing in our favour is Valencia's financial situation. They're really bearing the brunt of La Liga's strict regulations, and you'd think that they might be forced into selling their most valuable player. They really need to balance the books, and it's not like we haven't seen it before. Carlos Soler was even offered to Barca before. Valencia need the money, so could they be forced into selling Gaya? But Valencia owner Peter Lim is very unpopular amongst fans. He always seems to make decisions based purely on financial reasons instead of sporting ones. He's previously sold their former captain Dani Parejo to a direct rival in Villarreal. The fans didn't take too kindly to that one. He also let go of their wonder kid Ferran Torres, who of course made his way over to Barcelona. And could Jose Gaya be next?
Well, Gaya's entering the final year of his contract. Valencia have really tried hard to renew him, but negotiations have reached a standstill. If we wanted to come in to sign Gaya, we've got two options. We can wait until the 1st of January 2023 to sign a pre-contract agreement, meaning that Gaya joins the club for free on July the 1st, or we can wait until the summer to get him for free. Either way, I'm sure we could make do with Jordi Alba and Balde until Gaya arrives in the summer of 2023. A small transfer fee would be required for the pre-contract agreement, but then we can guarantee that Gaya will be joining the club before other elite clubs start sniffing around. I really want to see Gaya in the Barcelona shirt soon. I think after all the signings we've made, fullback is still an area of concern, especially left back. To bring in Gaya would massively bolster the back line and plug a giant hole in our leaky defence. I'd give this transfer a 45%, just under a 50-50 scenario. But let us know your thoughts, guys. Which left back would you go for? Or would you just stick with Balde? Let us know in the comments down below.
So if you like this video, guys, and want to stay up to date with Xavi's Barca Dream Team, then make sure to hit that notification bell, subscribe to BDT, and we'll see you next time. Visca Barça!